What's going on, YouTube? This your boy King Gabe here, and as of right now, it is about 20 minutes, 22 minutes after midnight. I guess technically it'd be Saturday morning, like Doc Boy and John said in the Garfield Christmas special. Anytime after midnight is definitely Christmas morning. Except it's not Christmas, but it is considered morning because of AM. But anyway, so why am I up at this hour? Well, for this reason, because wifey and I just got back from seeing The Batman. Yes, we actually it's actually been a while since I've ever went to a movie that's on the day that it has come out. It's not a usual thing. A lot of it because of how my scheduling be, and also because I kind of do it on purpose sometimes because that just be kind of how I do a lot of times. I be waiting to certain times, like I did with Spider-Man No Way Home. It came out on the 15th, and it was like after Christmas when I saw it, about almost close to New Year's. After a lot of people, there were still people going to see it, obviously, but after a lot of the premiere crowd had died down, so we kind of got a little bit of the premiere crowd today. Well, tonight. A little bit, a taste of it. I think a lot of them it probably went earlier, like probably Thursday night, because I know March 4th is the release date of the Batman. And a lot of people, but the theaters here they'll release stuff like, say, come out on the 4th, but they'll have it out that Thursday night there. So a lot of them probably went to see it then, probably throughout the day Friday, and I know obviously like afternoon and early evening Friday, especially parents that probably have some of their school kids with them, like, oh, let's see Batman. I want to see Batman, mommy. See, so, yeah, we got a little taste. Matter of fact, it would have been there a little earlier, like maybe say 7, but yeah, a lot of that was the earliest seat we could get in order to sit in the back row, because yeah, you sit up front, that screen's gonna be right in you. You're gonna be looking up at the screen. It's gonna be blaring in your face. So it's always usually best to kind of sit kind of towards the back in movies. In my case, I have sat up front before, and that's kind of why why it's usually better, because you're constantly looking up. The last movie I saw where I had to sit up front was when Black Panther came out. Oh, it was like step into the spotlight. So anyway, you ain't coming here all that. Let's get to talk about the Batman. So what? Remember, like I mentioned in Spider-Man No Way Home, I didn't take no notes. All I had in my hand was a bucket of popcorn and a drink. Would have had nachos, but they didn't have that, so popcorn and drink was all I had. No phone to type any notes like I do for the Royal Talks, or a notepad or anything like that. So just gotta give you what I remember completely ad lib. So here we go. So first of all, let me just say the movie is close to 3 hours. It's like 2 hours 56 minutes according to the run. That's the runtime that Google search said. Might as well just say 3 hours. Yeah, it's 4 minutes away from 3 hours. I was not expecting it to be that long. I was like, whoa, this. And it felt, and you definitely could tell it was pretty long, because like you keep thinking, oh, okay, so they're about to wrap it up. Then all of a sudden something else happens. A few minutes later. Okay, it's about to wrap up now. Oh, come on! Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this movie was not bad. This actually is a good Batman film. it was just, I just was not expecting it to be that long there. At most, I was thinking it was gonna be like a couple hours, maybe just a little over 2 hours. Sort of like say some of the recent MCU fan before some of the MCU fan before Infinity War or Endgame, where it was like 3 hours, like so. Yeah, I was not expecting it to be no 3 hours, but it was. Go when about 8:15. They did. They started showing the ad because they never show the movie right at the time it's supposed. Yeah, okay, the movie's supposed to start at 8:15. They just now be showing the ads and stuff. So and we got out of there when I saw the time after coming out the theater. It was right at pretty much 11:30. You might as well say, 'cause like I say, about 12:20. About a little after 12 when we got here. Before I sat here in front of this camera. So yeah, so that movie pretty much had to start at probably like 8:30, 8:35. It's like wow. So that's pretty much the only nitpick outside the movie. A little bit in the movie, but not too. But like I say, it doesn't. The movie is still a good film. Definitely recommend you go see it. Only warning is when you go see it, just remember you're in for a 3-hour flick. So make sure you expect 3 hours. You're gonna sit there for 3 hours there. So anyway, the movie starts out, for one, like they stated before the movie even aired, when the movie was in production, there was not gonna be no origin or nothing like that. It wasn't gonna be like we seen so many previous films where like Tim Burton film. They kind of did show the origin in Tim Burton's film. I think, I would say like the Christopher Nolan trilogy, Batman Begins, BBS, and several other things. Frank Miller's Batman. Oh my God. So yeah, but it didn't start off with that origin. It is mentioned in here. However, it's the origin. They play the origin, the whole thing of Bruce Wayne parents. It's not like they don't. They'll mention it and then they'll go on. However, when it comes up again, it actually plays into the plot. And just a bit of warning before we go any further into this. There'll be spoilers. There's gonna be spoilers. So if you hadn't seen the movie, which you probably haven't, because like I said, this I'm recording. It's probably gonna be up. Probably should be up. Probably like Saturday or something like. Well, yeah, definitely Saturday, because I got something I'm gonna be filming the church service Sunday. Just letting y'all know, because I'm off again Sunday, so I'll be filming church service. So I definitely gotta have this up Saturday so I can have that out the way and be ready for church. Yeah. So yeah, definitely you probably haven't. A lot of y'all probably hadn't seen it unless you went to the early bird. So if you don't want a spoiler, go see it first, then come back to this video. One thing in the woods. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, it's the origin, Bruce Wayne losing his parents plays into this film, this version of the film. Then you get it's actually, they say that it's the second year that Bruce has been Batman. It's almost like it's a live action version of picking up from the end of the animated movie Batman Year One. Almost like that. Not the same, but it's almost like another picking up. Just say if they made a live action Year One using the same Batman that we got. You know, Robert Pattinson. We had, can't think of his. We actually had a black Commissioner Gordon. That was pretty cool, and also a black Catwoman. Wasn't Halle Berry though, obviously. Although Halle Berry probably would wish that. Wow, I wish I could have been a part of that though. You know, yeah, she probably wished that she could have been a part of this, or either dare I say, Earth the Kid, like Earth the Kid say, "I'm the only original Catwoman." So yeah, we definitely. Well, actually, Catwoman's kind of biracial in this one, and there's a reason why that is. We that also in the beginning of the film, second year, Batman sort of narrates, almost puts you in the mind of Batman Year One. Cause remember Batman Year One, he did a lot of narrating. He's like, well, even crooked cops have families, so I have to let them live. Day one. So yeah, yeah, he does some narrating, kind of like I guess you could say a Batman log, sort of like, you know, Captain's log. It starts on October 31st, which is Halloween, and the movie ends on November 6th. So this movie takes place in the span of 7 days. 7 days. Oh, oh no! I was hoping it wasn't one of those cursed tapes. Yeah, it was a little joke from Lil Karibo. Yeah, like I said, I'm not too big. There's some jokes of his like that's kind of funny, but yeah, it's not enough to sit through that entire Bridge series again. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, 7 day movie span, which already you got, like I say, references of Batman Year One with the narration. Batman The Long Halloween, which people were already saying that Matt Reeves was sort of taken from that. Ironic that it starts on Halloween too. And I guess the fact of the 7 days of solving this mystery, kind of that. Honestly, I have not seen The Long Halloween story, but I guess this is pretty much. I guess it's probably similar to how it went. Some of the parts of the movie. I have seen Batman Hush. So I seen Batman Hush, and yeah, it definitely was pulling from that movie, especially the fact that he's using the Riddler as the villain, and he's all wrapped up in this tape, pretty much like his other persona, what he called himself Hush. He literally named himself Hush. So, and I think there are comics where Hush was not the Riddler. But, okay. So, yeah, definitely from those 3 movies, and I've also seen Batman Year One. Not as many times as I've seen Batman Hush, but I do remember Batman Year One. I know I've also seen Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, even though I don't think that was really referenced in it there, because, yeah, that was about, you know, Batman coming out of retirement, sort of. So obviously that was not a thing in here because you're in a year 2 Batman. Another sort of like an homage to a lot of other Batmans, though. You definitely got elements of, you could say, the Batman animated series a little bit, because you did have some moments in there where it got pretty dark, like this movie. Also, you had one thing that this movie made me think of is The Batman from the early 2000s because of the title. Do 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 wee 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 do 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 do, stuff like that there. And of course, the second opening when they introduced Robin and Batgirl, of course. Also, the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Yes, it definitely pulls seeds from that. How I see that is, well, for one thing, you think like the first movie, pretty much, when Batman was starting out, and even though this was the second year of Batman that this movie is taking place in, um, well, he still was actually learning some things. Yeah, there was still some things he was learning. Like there's one scene where he was trying to fly with his his wingsuit, and he was a little successful with it. He did actually make a good escape, but he kind of had a little trouble with the brakes there. And I mean, he literally crashed through some stuff. I was like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. I was like, okay, you might need a little work on the suit there, buddy. So yeah, so this was definitely, I guess that bat wingsuit, I just think was his first time trying this out. And also there was a thing of fear because yeah, it was a scene when he got ready to try it. He got up to the edge of the where he was finna jump off to activate the wingsuit, and he stopped a moment like, and had to take a moment, and then he jumped and activated the wingsuit. It's like, ooh. So yeah, there was definitely fear, and he did admit about having fear and the fact, he was using that to mask his fear, what he was doing as Batman, which yeah is a reference to Batman Begins. Remember he was afraid of the bats, so he's like, it's time my enemies share my fear. And yeah, he definitely does that. There are elements of the second Christopher Nolan film, The Joke, with now, big time spoiler, they do hint at the Joker at the end of the movie. It's about the Riddler, but at the end of the movie, before the credits roll, Joker is hinted at. Yeah, he's even talking with the Riddler in the shadows. So if they make a second movie, that's probably where they're gonna go. It's probably gonna be another version of the Joker. Be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, you definitely gotta have Joker. So, yeah, definitely. And the elements of Dark Knight that's in this movie is the Riddler sort of speaks like the way Heath Ledger's Joker does. You know, you want to know how I got these scars. You know something. In different times, the city, when the chips are down, the people will start to eat each other. Let's put a smile on their face. One reason I really like knives a lot better than guns. You know why? I feel like you get a better sense of the person when you're using a knife. I knew more about your wife as she was in her dying breaths than you probably ever did when she was alive. Yeah, Riddler kind of had that going on a little bit there with his riddles and stuff, yeah. And he ain't the Jim Carrey Riddler either. Not Jim Carrey. Nothing against Jim Carrey, though. For what Batman Forever was, Jim Carrey did what he was supposed to do. And yeah, it was enjoyable, for what it was. Batman Forever. But yeah, for this movie, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was crazy, but he was pretty freaking scary, though. I mean, this guy was talking about exposing all of Gotham's lies and stuff like that. And one of the things that Riddler really was after was the Waynes and everything. One more thing before I go into that. Dark Knight Rises is definitely referencing that. Pretty much, I think the fact, like, with how Bane was, because you know how Bane knew who Batman was, and most all of Batman lore, Bane is one of the villains that he actually studied Batman really closely to figure out he was Bruce Wayne. Well, like I say, this was a long movie, and it was real. The way stuff was happening, it was. I mean, I could process a lot of it, as far as for memory, but it was not easy. So there's probably something I may have missed as far as maybe something said or something like that. But I kind of could make the assumption that maybe possibly that Riddler might have an idea that Bruce was Batman. He was really fixated on Batman. He kept sending these notes to Batman, and at the same time, he was fixated on the Waynes there. Bruce Wayne in particular, because Thomas and Martha have died. So there was definitely that. And about with the Waynes, they had a really dark story behind them. Now, of course, the Waynes are not bad people. Obviously, no, it's not like oh my God, were the Waynes evil? No, it wasn't that. But there were some things about them that Thomas Wayne, in particular, did not want to come out to the light. In order to not so much protect his image, but protect his family as a whole. From people like hounding them over this information. One of which Martha Wayne, Martha, you're letting them kill Martha. Why'd you say that name? It's his Mother's Day. Had to get that out. So Martha Wayne in this film it was said that she had mental problems and stuff like that, and yeah, so Thomas was really trying to protect her and Bruce, especially trying to keep that information under wraps. Probably he didn't want a lot of people hounding her and stuff like that, over her condition and stuff, and thinking illy of the family as a whole. So yeah, it turns out he was in cahoots with Falcone. We all know him from Batman Begins, and he's also mentioned in the Batman animated series. Falcone, to help keep the information on the wrap, but he had no idea that Falcone was going to kill some people, which is part of what the Riddler was getting at with the whole Gotham's lies. They're lying to you. So yeah, and Thomas found out about that, and he was he tried to take, so he just like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna hide stuff. I'm gonna tell what Falcone did, and I'm gonna tell, what I've been keeping, just come on out. But before he could do that, Falcone, I think it said that Falcone, either he himself or he orchestrated somebody to do it for him, but Thomas and Martha got killed there. Yeah, you pretty much know that story, but this is kind of what they went at for this version. Like I say, it's either if they hired someone, it probably was Joe Chill, the original killer of Batman's parents, or they had Falcone do it himself, sort of like how they had the Joker kill Bruce's parents in the Tim Burton Batman film, and of course in the movie Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, it was just one of the people that was dressed up like Joker. Yeah, so maybe it was Joe Chill in the Joker mask. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, unlike the Joker film, yeah, they didn't really make Thomas and Martha to be jerks or anything like that. At least with the information that was provided about them, it was just they were good people, but there was just a lot going on with them, and yeah, and maintaining a good public image is not always an easy task, especially when the public is constantly in your face. I mean, think about it with celebrities. And most everything they do is pretty much instantly recorded. I saw a thing of Double Toasted where they had footage of certain celebrities falling, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, gee, fell! Like this. Okay, yes, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd be concerned, like, hey, are you okay? But it got blown up like what? You don't think people ever make a mistake and fall? So So anyway, so yeah, there was that going on with the Waynes. Also, you got to see some real good Batman action. Pretty much like in the trailer, you know, he's especially like these crook. They open up with this. The opening of the movie, you see the bat signal. Batman comes out, and actually he don't come out right away. The crooks look up and see the signal in different areas of Gotham, and they're like, "Where is he?" Yeah, they look at every dark corner thinking he's gonna jump out, and in Batman's narration, he actually stays like, "They think I'm in the shadows, but I am the shadows." So he comes out to this one particular group that kind of got their face painted, sort of like the Joker. Kind of makes me think of Batman Beyond with the Joker group there, and and so he comes out and he's fighting them like, whoa. Well, actually, he starts off with one, which people have said that this one guy out of that group of people that Batman was beating up on, this one person Batman was like. People said that guy looked just like the nostalgia critic, aka Doug Walker, because he got his head shaved, kind of like I do. And yeah, don't worry, Doug is actually aware of this. Because he's even posted what people have said on his Channel Awesome page, so he's aware of it. He's probably busted out laughing when he heard it. So yeah, so he beats up the nostalgia critic. Hey, Batman, hello, I'm a nostalgia critic. I remember them, so you don't have to. So who are you? A vengeance. Oh boy, and then of course brawl with everybody else, and then you see him. He answers the signal. Walks in with Commissioner Gordon on this murder mystery, which of course is caused by the Riddler, and that's where the big that's pretty much how the whole movie's going. They're going from back and forth with trying to catch this Riddler. Cause I mean, he's just like every time you come to a crime scene, you just see these greeting cards left for Batman with these riddles, and also the emphasis of. Lies! Gotham is lying! They're lying to you! So, and of course there's a scene with Catwoman in there. When he first meets her, they sort of have a little brawl. And then of course, you know they're going to team up. And they do have some scenes where they do kiss each other. Meow. Not that I can blame them. I got me a Catwoman right here in the house. Meow. Lisa's better than that sorry Sonic trailer. Meow. Ah! Oh, what the? Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather Catwoman than that. So anywho, sorry. So we got that going on, and Catwoman, aka Selena Kyle, turns out she is the daughter of Falcone. That was a big twist when they found that out. And sort of has some daddy issues with him. She wants to kill him because daddy did her wrong, of course. Also, and of course, there's also I think there's also a moment where a person blows up in this film. They have a bomb around their neck that Batman's trying to disarm, and he's trying to get him to give him the answer to one of Riddler's riddles so he can get the code to unlock the combination lock. But he's like, no, I can't tell him. Don't kill my family. Don't kill my family. Tell him, answer the riddle to save your life. No, I can't kill him. Don't kill my family. He blows up right in Batman's face. Like, Batman, oh, yeah. Hey, woo. And then that was it's pretty. It's a lot of things that you are not gonna see coming when you go in there. And chances are you probably have seen, if you're still listening to this. Also, of course, Penguin is in this. I actually liked his portrayal. Penguin's, he sort of makes me think of the Penguin from the animated series. Not the Tim Burton one, though. The animated series where he's more of a business dude. And yeah, there is that scene where with the car chase and everything. Like dun 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 dun, which is sort of reminded me of the Dark Knight Rises with the car chase there. With a and then of course like I mentioned, let's see, okay, no, the Riddler, Penguin. Let's see what else was there in that movie. Ooh. There's also a scene where Alfred gets hurt. He doesn't die, but he does get hurt and sent to the hospital due to one of the Riddler's greeting cards and an explosion. Ouch! Yes, it gets pretty brutal, and it's in the hospital scene where he tells Bruce, the truth about Thomas and Martha Wayne and what was really going on, which also reveals that Falcone was lying to him. Lies! Or as Simba would say, murderer! No, Bruce Wayne, please. So of course there's that, and there was actually and that the guy that the Batman was beating up on, that people say looked like the nostalgia critic, he actually goes at this guy again towards the climax of the film. There's a part in the climax where I think something happened that just really I think like Batman had got shot at, and he forced himself up. You could clearly tell Batman was in pain. And he just went off on this guy. Commissioner Gordon had the whole Batman, don't go there. Don't go there. And one thing that's really that's actually an interesting thing I did not catch on until the end of the movie is that Batman at the end of the movie, Batman learns justice, not vengeance, which was something that, remember, he if you look at Son of Batman or any of the New 52 films with Batman and Damian Wayne Robin, when he tried to show him justice, not vengeance, and don't kill. Yeah, he really now granted, he wasn't intentionally trying to go for killing anybody. Even though he was being pretty brutal in his beating, but he wasn't trying to necessarily kill nobody. But yeah, like I say, that moment he lost his cool there, and a lot of him fighting in general was out of vengeance throughout the movie, and eventually he learned, after fighting justice, there got to be more than just vengeance. Also, sort of similar to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. When Uncle Ben died, he's like, and he wanted to take revenge on his uncle's killer. And then halfway through the movie, he starts fighting for justice. Yeah, so that was actually a good way to see how Batman comes to, the Batman that we all know and love. Also, speaking of Batman, I really got to congratulate Robert Pattinson's portrayal and the way he played him, both as Batman and as Bruce Wayne. Sort of had like this goth Bruce Wayne kind of thing going, but it actually, it looked, I put it this way, this was actually a really good break for him, and he earned this. He definitely earned this. I'm glad I went to see the movie. I was like, yes, I want this movie to succeed, and it did. Thank you, Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson. Y'all were amazing. Like they with Spider Man, y'all were amazing. Um, there were some stuff said about these two off, behind the scenes, like they weren't getting along during production, yada yada yada. Um, I don't, I don't really know what's all true in that there, but honestly, I'm really not. I'm not even bothered. I'm not even really gonna bother going into that or trying to go into that because, like I say, there's always stuff coming up on celebrities and stuff like that. Um, Granted, some of it do be true and sometimes it don't, whether it be positive or negative. But thing is, true or not, good or bad, it's always gonna be stuff said about different celebrities, and you just sometimes you just it's sort of like gossip. You like sometimes you just gotta don't even hear it. Depending on you just have to use your judgment on it because everybody different. Some people probably are able to find out more about certain things that they be hearing about. So that's why I say just use your judgment on as far as what's the truth and what's not. That's about the best way I can advise you. Maybe there might be something that you might know that I don't. So that's why I say just use your judgment. Aside from that, they did a good job with this movie, and if they do sequels, I do hope that they can come back together for the sequel if they plan to, or if they if it's gonna happen. Um, Yep. Overall, definitely a really good movie. Let's say not. I know it's not. I don't think this is probably gonna be as long as the Spider-Man No Way Home one, but yeah, like I say, I was trying to process a lot of information, and granted, what I was telling you probably was not completely in order. Because I think Spider-Man No Way Home, I was a little bit better because one thing I seen clips of that movie more so before I even saw the actual movie, and also I kind of halfway had an idea of what was probably going to happen in that based on the clips and trailers, and also what had been happening in the previous movie leading up to that, and other and WandaVision and all that. So yeah, but yeah, overall, definitely a film worth checking out. Like I say, once again, congratulations to Matt Reeves for directing this, Robert Pattinson for taking up this role. You did, as the Lorax say in the 2012 movie, you done good. You done good, being bold. You done good. So you did good, Robert Pattinson. You did good. You did great. You're great. So keep up the good work. Definitely hope you get if they don't if it don't be Batman, just but you still want to do more movies. Definitely go for it, buddy. Definitely go for really. As I hopefully the movies you go for do well as well. Because I know trying to deal with Stephanie Myers in those Twilight movies. Yeah, I know. I bet you he probably was shouting hallelujah after that movie was done. after he did the Batman, he's like, man, this is so much better than Stephanie Myers Twilight. so yeah, definitely. Then and watch somebody probably gonna go in the comment section and ask me to look at Twilight. Oh boy. You're like my own personal brand of heroin. You better hold on, Spider-Man. You stay away from me. I'm dangerous. and I'm not saying that to crack on Robert Pattinson's acting. I don't blame Robert Pattinson for Twilight. I blame Stephanie Myers for that. He was just doing what he was told. That Stephanie Myers wanted him to act like that for the movie. That dude had to get his check. So. But at least this one, the check was worth it for this one, though. For Batman. So that's pretty much all I got to say for that I can remember from the movie there. Also Andy Serkis from Black Panther, who played the Claw, was Alfred. Pretty good performance. It's, uh, it's a different Alfred, but it wasn't bad though. Not a bad Alfred. It's cool. So that's all I got to say. Y'all like what you heard, and everything. Definitely be sure to like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Buy some of our comic books and support us on Patreon. Yes, definitely support us there on Patreon. Even if it's $1 a month, it would be very well appreciated. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I know I'm definitely gonna film the church service Sunday. I don't know if I'm doing any other video before then. At the moment, 'cause I gotta get this one uploaded. Highly would doubt it. But if I don't, a few things to look forward to for next week. Another Star Striker update, because I got issue 3 written out. I'm currently working on issue 4. Also, definitely going to be some of the toy reviews. Toy reviews that are coming up is definitely going to be some of these guys up on the top. Soups and Wonder Woman and Batman, of course. I got a Batman figure up there. And also I got some other Batman merch that we definitely going to take a look at. So definitely be on the lookout for videos like that next week. And as for now, when I saw the movies and book with church service again. And so until then, see you later.